GERENetwork.com.
This is a GERE Network production.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the GERE Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgere.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop, GERE.com, and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the GERE Network, so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Better Live Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the GERE Network. So that's shopgere.com, SHOPGERE.com.
From Wherever We Decide Studios, broadcasted live on iTunes, Spreaker, and worldwide, this is the Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast with your hosts, the Crimson Cyclone himself, Cyclone Jones, and of course, the producer, Pat G. The G stands for gangsta. And now kick back and get ready for the eargasms.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the TTRP. You know who I am. I know who you are. We know who each other are. I am your host, the Crimson Cyclone, Cyclone Jones in the building, along with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. Pat G, tell him what it is.
It is another edition of the TTRP brought to you by GERE Network and GearShop.com.
Can I just tell you how much I hate JC Money?
Why do you hate JC Money?
I hate JC Money.
He employs us. He
ducks and dodges me continuously. Now, I know, don't get me wrong. I completely understand you're not supposed to hate your boss. Okay. You're not supposed to hate your boss, especially when he's giving you the opportunity to broadcast on his network.
Absolutely.
But I hate JC Money.
You hate JC Money.
If I see JC Money, I'll probably punch him right in the face, because he's so short also, and just swing low, sweet chariot. As long as he stops ducking and dodging me, we can get this wrestling match going. I can knock him out and be done with it.
Be done with it? Well, we have to find a venue for this match to happen first.
I know, right?
We need to put in some conversations with some higher powers.
And we got to find a place, though. A lot of the places I work...
We have a place, though.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
You know what?
No, we don't.
Because why don't we just use LPW?
We could use LPW.
Because I'm pretty sure Tim Horner would like an awesome match like that.
You know what? But I don't think JC Money will be able to get his permission slip signed from his wife to come out of the state of New York.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember last time we had this, we were going back and forth about know, JC Money being the man that he's supposed to be, taunting me and teasing me and all this nonsense. Mm-hmm. I remember his wife had his balls in her purse. I don't know if you saw that promo.
I did not.
I'll have to show you that promo I did. However, his permission slip has to be signed by his wife. So I don't think he's going to be able to get it signed. But, I mean, I would love to talk to the promoter at LPW, set this match up, him get knocked out, and then we can just go on about our merry ways.
Well, you know what? I will have to talk to the powers that be at LPW. Cause
I mean, you do got some swag at LPW.
I have a little bit. You got
some swag there. Speaking of LPW,
yes,
you did an awesome job at announcing that night. I had to tell you that.
I've been getting progressively better. People have told me, each and every month from where I started, back in, October of 2016, September or something like that, to now, every month's progressively better.
Yeah, you did an awesome job at LPW. I meant to tell you that. You really did an awesome job. Other than the fact, other than the point where you were trying to fill space in right before my match.
You know what?
That was kind of bad.
This is the disconnect, and this is where me and promoter had a conversation.
Right.
We're gonna try to plan things a little better and not wait until day of show, day of time that I get there, and I get...
Well, that's off
and
the
I
cuff.
try
That's the pro wrestling business, Pat G. That is
And
the
I
pro
gotta get
wrestling
better
business
at that.
you are in.
Yes.
Things change. You know that awesome title or awesome text line that's on every single poster of a wrestling show. Say it with me, Pat G.
Card subject
to change.
I know this. It wasn't a matter of filling space. It was just, I had a lot of information, and unfortunately the brain was trying to process faster than the mouth could go.
Card subject to change.
So we'll get better in that.
Everybody say hi to my son. My son's in the room right now as we podcast, and he left the room. I guess he doesn't want to be on the podcast. He's mad I'm sending him to the store.
Well, beverages.
Beverages are needed.
Yes.
Non-alcoholic beverages.
Of course. But speaking of LPW...
Oh, my son can't hear me. He has his headphones in.
Speaking of LPW...
I was talking about you to the Turnbuckle Talk Radio podcast listeners. I was telling you to say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, that's good. All right, say bye. They can hear you. All righty.
Speaking of LPW and me being there, you were also there.
I was also there.
And you finally got your hands on the madness.
After I was snuck from behind.
Yes.
And locked into the... Endgame submission.
Yes. And put to sleep.
You know, I finally got my hands on the madness of Trip.
Yes. Not only the madness, also the Forsaken one.
Luke Kane.
And I heard there was also a bit of action after the fact.
Well, let's talk about the match first.
Yes.
Let's talk about the match first. Well, do we have the card for LPW so we can talk about all the matches?
I remember majority of it.
You remember the majority. Majority doesn't help when you're doing a podcast. We need everything, Pat G.
You know what? Well, I forgot to grab the card out of my bag.
Unbelievable.
You know what? I'm a bad producer.
Pat G dropped the ball again.
You know what? I remember majority of the card, okay?
Lone spot. All right, let's talk about it then. First match. What's the first match you remember?
First match was the LPW Cruiserweight Showcase.
Okay.
Between everlasting Marcus Everett.
Yes, indeed.
The underrated superstar Louis Perez.
Okay.
And notorious Alex Jordan.
Yeah. These three guys are amazing. I really can't say much more other than that. They are amazing.
Flippity-doos, non-flippity-doos, and heavy hitting.
They are the flippity-doo guys of the indies right now in this area. I mean, they're great. I mean, they're young. You know, they're up and coming, and they can do it, and they can put a show on. Great stuff going on there. Who won this match? Was it Marcus Everett?
Marcus Everett picked up the victory.
I knew he did. I didn't even see the match because I was too busy, focusing on my match. But yeah, Marcus Everett, great guy. We got to interview him next time.
Absolutely.
He's young. I think he's 2 years in now.
2, maybe 3.
I think he's.
But
2. No. You know, it's funny. It's so funny. He's 3 years in, and you want to know how I know that? It's because we were in the kitchen after my match and his match, and I was getting some food, and he said something about. I walked in the kitchen. And he said something about, you don't talk to me like that, young kid. You're young in this business. And I looked at him sideways like, who in the hell are you talking to? And he was like, and he looked at me and he knew I kind of, felt some kind of way. He's like, I am older than you in the business, right? He's like, you only been in for 1-2 years, right? I said, no, I've been in the business 8 years.
Oh, boy.
And he was like, oh, whoops. I apologize. I didn't know. I thought somebody upstairs said you were in the business for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they were joking with you. Yeah. I've been in the business 8 years, buddy.
Yeah.
So we had a laugh about that. But yeah, up and coming kid. We'll get him on an interview soon.
Absolutely.
Next match.
The next match was a singles match.
Mm-hmm. Now, we're just going off of memory, so you don't have to stretch it out. Just if you don't remember, you don't remember.
It was a singles match, and I can't remember what the second match was, honestly. But anyway, moving on.
Second match was, I'm trying to remember now, it was it a tag team match?
No, it wasn't a tag team match. The tag team match was the fourth match.
There were 2 tag team matches. There was the Dirty and ICM. Mm-hmm. And then there was the Puerto Rican Wrecking Crew.
Yes, versus the Cisvado.
Right.
Those were. That one was the fourth.
No, that was the first one. Were they both in the second half? No, they weren't.
No,
both in the second
one
half.
was in the second half. One was in the One was in the first. The ICM Dirty was in the second.
No. Okay. I think the tag match was next because I was after the tag match, I believe.
Oh, that's right. The tag match was... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because I was after the tag match.
Yes. Okay, so it was Mysterious Movado, and unfortunately his partner, El Diablo Hermano, could not make the show.
El Diablo Hermano.
So the substitution of Cisco Silver.
Do you know what El Diablo Hermano means?
The face of Satan.
Isn't that the dev of the man?
That's what that, or the devil's face, or something like that.
I don't know. JC Money, what does it mean? You're Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican.
So they faced the Puerto Rican wrecking crew of David Tower and Johnny Dynamite Jr. Mm-hmm. And
that was a good hard-hitting match.
Cisco Silver took a lot of beating. So did Mysterious Movado. Mm-hmm. But the Puerto Rican wrecking crew picking up the victory and moving on to the finals.
They moved on to the finals.
LPW Tag Team Tournament.
Yeah. Now we get to the main event.
God. Here we go.
The chicken and potatoes, the steak and gravy and rice, the fried chicken and cornbread and greens of the matches of the show.
Yes. Your match, of course, as we're talking.
Cyclone Jones and the madness of Trip.
Yes.
Now, I've been waiting to get my hands on this dude for quite some time. I mean, and the thing is that me and Trip know each other for quite some time. We've known each other for a while.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know, actually, he helped train me. So, for him to do these dastardly things to me.
Sneak attack. Vocal threatens.
You know, threaten my livelihood, my family.
Everything you love.
Everything I love. And to write it down so he can take it away from me.
Yes.
Took me to a whole nother level. But the match put me in a mental state of destroy. And that's all it was.
And he tried to destroy you.
He did try to destroy me. He did. He did some dastardly things, him and his partner.
He got to the knee.
He did.
He got
my reconstructed zombie knee.
Yes.
Which I don't take lightly.
No.
I truly do not take my knee lightly.
Your zombie bionic knee there.
Yes, it is a zombie bionic knee. I did decide to go with the cadaver in my knee with the ACL and MCL.
Yes.
So I am a walking zombie. But long story short,
he did feel the cyclone.
He did feel. Actually, no, he didn't feel the. He did feel the cyclone punch.
He did.
I did cyclone punch.
You cyclone punched Trip and Luke Saker.
Yes. However, I did not finish him with the cyclone punch.
No, you did not.
I did finish him with the jackhammer. The move that Goldberg personally told me that I can use in the Indies.
You did.
In the Indies. Nobody else.
Yep.
Goldberg told me.
You have permission.
Personally.
There is video evidence.
I think I'm going to attach it to this just to show the people.
Just to show
probably just to piss off JC Money.
We've talked about it numerous times.
Yep, just to piss off JC Money.
So is JC Money, on a quick thing, has JC Money took over the position of the
IB Green? No one can ever take over the I Hate IB Green tour.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, there's two separate tours now.
It's just an off season.
Oh,
no,
okay.
There's no tour for JC Money.
Oh.
I just want to punch JC Money in the face.
Oh, okay.
That's all. He's been out of the business way too long. He needs to get punched in the face.
I'm gonna say this: he did make a one-time return in a Rumble, and he came in number 2 and lasted all the way through. So
I think he had a match after that as well, though.
No.
No. Okay.
He did. So he does still have some stamina and endurance.
Yeah.
Nah. You're not worried?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. Next match
was...
We don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, there was intermission.
There was intermission.
There's always
an intermission.
There's always an intermission.
Let's go to the Dirty versus the ICM.
Actually, there was a match before that.
What was that?
That was Salvatore Morocco taking on Dave Shaw.
No, I think that was after.
Nope, that was before.
You sure?
Yep. Because ICM and Dirty were semi-main.
Ah, that is right. They were Viscera.
Yeah, that Viscera spot.
The Viscera spot.
Salvatore Morocco got a cheap victory over Dave Shaw last month.
Okay.
Dave Shaw wanting repent. And Dave Shaw, using the power of adult beverages to power up,
Beer.
got the victory. Even though Salvatore Morocco tried to partake in the beer
and said powers
and failed.
Yeah,
and failed miserably.
It was kind of weird because Shaw picked him up and like launched him and destroyed him, and then Salvatore Morocco kind of like kicked out.
He did,
and I'm like, you really kicked out of that? Like, why would you want to take more beatings?
Yes.
And then Shaw just picked him back up again and destroyed him again. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Stay the hell down. Don't get up anymore.
Absolutely.
But
moving on to the other semifinal match of the LPW Tag Team Tournament,
which was a good match.
Which this one brought two major fan favorites to facing each other.
Right.
In the Dirty and ICM, the IndyCar Mafia.
Yep.
And both teams bringing their managers along. Mirage being with the ICM, Sydney Swan being with the Dirty.
Right.
It was a hell of a match. The crowd definitely was pro-Dirty.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised with. I was expecting more of a 50-50 split. Mm-hmm. And what was funny is, after the show, even Eric Amanon said there were instinctively in his head, like, he almost went heel. Because, like, they heard the chants of everybody chanting for the Dirty.
Right.
And Eric's just was like, instinctively, my body just wanted to go.
Wanted to just do exactly what I needed to do.
Just react.
Yeah.
Partake and go heel. But, match was breaking down. The Dirty hit their finish on Eric. Mm-hmm. The DAF.
The DAF. Do you know what the DAF stands for?
I believe I do.
You should if you're an adult.
Yes.
With a team named the Dirty.
Yeah. They hit their finish. Eric luckily got the assistance from Thomas Brewington to break up the pin. Mm-hmm. And then ICM took over, dumped one of the Dirty, set up for the Flying V, Boondocks Saint style to a degree. But the believe Austin Mannix turned around and got the frontal version of the Flying V.
The frontal face version.
Oh, excuse me. It was actually Eric Amanon's Flying Me, because Thomas Brewington got distracted.
That is right.
On the outside, because Mirage and Sydney Swan were getting into it. And Mirage got her head banged into the ringside, into the apron.
Wow.
And was not happy.
I believe that I wouldn't be happy.
Was not happy. This led to distractions. Eric gets dumped, and the Dirty hit their secondary finisher on ICM. 1, 2, 3. Dirty is in the finals.
Wow.
And then after the match, the crowd wanted the ladies to go at it.
That wasn't going to happen, though.
Oh, no. Both teams were like, pay us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, with that being said, I mean, there were other matches. You know, like I said, with Pat G dropping the ball, we don't have them, unfortunately.
There was the main event. Mm-hmm. Ben Boone defending against Rick Baker.
Okay.
And finally, the LPW referee stood up to that flamboyant, loudmouth Johnny Carassi and threw him out.
Oh, wow.
But unfortunately, the referee got knocked out. Carassi came out and used his loaded
punch bag
and got Baker, and Ben Boone is still the champion.
Why is Ben Boone still the champion?
I don't know, but he's going to have a hell of a match come June 24th.
Who was he wrestling?
Because come June 24th, Tim Horner Jr., who actually got injured earlier in the night because he was jumped, defeated Superman Lover for the number 1 contendership.
Wow.
And that match is going to be for the LPW championship and a ladder match.
That sounds amazing.
That was the 4th match in the first half.
Wow, yeah, thanks.
Now I remember.
You missed the spot.
This is what I do.
On to another company.
Yes.
IWC.
Flipping over to the state of Pennsylvania.
Pennsyltucky.
The International Wrestling Cartel. had their IWC Aftershock event. Matches saw the ICW Women's Champion, Britt Baker, defeat Chelsea Green.
Ooh, and she retained the IWC Women's title.
Yes.
Okay.
Dan Hooven defeated Bulk Nasty via countout.
How do you win via countout, man? I mean, I'll take a win. A win is a win.
Yeah.
You know, you make a win,
but
a win. But I mean,
the IWC tag team titles were defended. The fraternity defeating the Carnies. Two very good tag teams.
Have you seen them wrestle before?
I've seen the Carnies wrestle before, and I've seen clips of the fraternity.
Yeah,
two very good tag teams.
Okay.
Shane In Your Face defeated Jack Pollock via forfeit. Chris LaRusso defeated John McChesney in a 2 out of 3 falls match to win the IWC Super Indie title.
How did anybody beat John McChesney?
Listen, Chris LaRusso is...
No.
He's solid.
No.
He is.
No. It's John freaking McChesney.
I know it's John McChesney, but you know what? There's been times where Chris LaRusso has had McChesney's number.
Lies.
Lies and blasphemy?
Lies and deceit.
After that match, a surprise entrance named himself for to claim the final spot in the Super Indie 16 tournament.
Who?
The recently departed from ROH,
Who?
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, baby,
making his announcement. The Mega Flowers defeated Team Storm.
Jock Sampson.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Gory defeated Sless Taylor.
Sless Taylor, and it's funny. How did Sless Taylor get defeated that night, and then we interview him for the show today? Crazy, right?
Yeah, just
crazy. Just a little bit.
A little bit. Jamie Jamison defeated Santana Diamonds. And Wardlow defeated Andrew Palace to retain the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. And after the match, Jimmy Vegas returned from injury to save Palace from Wardlow.
All right.
Wardlow is a very big, nasty man.
I need to watch. I need to get to one of these shows.
IWC puts on an amazing show. I've seen clips and everything. They put on a hell of a show.
Need to get there. Need to check them out. Next show up, we have UPW.
Yes.
UPW
coming to New York.
3 shows. Coming back up home. We were just in Ohio to Pennsylvania, and now we're back home. UPW, Rochester, New York. Upstate Pro Wrestling.
Yes, they had their anniversary Anarchy event in Rochester, New York at the Eagles Club. Your captain, Nick Ando, defeated the amazing Canadian Lionel Knight.
Lionel Knight, good guy. So is Nick Ando.
Absolutely. Icon Ace won a scramble match against the KDW champion, Jason Xavier, Jordan Falco, Charlie Locke, Risk, Jeremy Jensen, and Cecil Nix.
Wow. Icon Ace, I've watched him, evolve into Icon Ace, and he's doing an awesome job on the indies,
The King of the North, Carter Mason, defeated the Night Train, Justin Sane.
Okay.
The UPW Tag Team Champions, Wrecking You of Bobby DePinto and Hellcat, defeated the A-Team of Vincent Vertigo and Ryan Cassidy.
Ryan Cassidy. I just saw Ryan Cassidy last night walking down the street.
Really?
As I was driving home from the job. I'm not going to say the other word that us wrestlers use because I got a job.
The tag team of Defiance, Maximo Suave and his partner Chris Caden, won a number 1 contenders tag team gauntlet match against the Interstate Educational System of Dewey and Professor Wexler. The CEO, Rico Figueroa and Pat White. The Wet Bandits.
Wet Bandits are still wrestling together?
Of Joe O'Connor and Eric Bonacci.
The Wrestling Liberation
And the Wrestling Liberation Front of Cloudy and Chris Worthless, I believe, with Ben Hammond.
Okay.
The No Limits champion, Super Cop Dick Justice, defeated Colin Delaney.
Colin Delaney, the extremely cute wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boz won the Rochester Rumble to become the first entrant in the tournament to crown the first UPW 585 live champion.
And I did saw that. I did see Boz put that up on his Facebook. Mm-hmm. Congratulations to you, Boz. Good job. Hope you do well in the tournament.
Absolutely.
You've come a long way, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. Definitely hope you can continue on with your wins and your ventures.
And finally, the UPW Heavyweight Championship was defended. The champion, the Young Lion of the West, Matic, defending against the infamous Bobby Fish. And the infamous one, Bobby Fish, wins the UPW Heavyweight Championship.
Awesome.
Finally defeating Matic after Matic had close to a 3-year undefeated reign in UPW.
Wow. No more heavyweight champion.
No more heavyweight champion. Bobby Fish holds that title.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Indies.
Yes.
But, of course, we still got one more for you.
One more. And it's the big one.
Because this Saturday.
Yes.
In Tonawanda, New York.
North Tonawanda.
St. John's Fire Company Hall.
Yep.
We have Empire State Wrestling. Now, regardless of what you think, ESW is one of the best companies in Western New York.
Oh, absolutely. And they constantly put on show after show.
Show after show after show. If you are in this area, you need to have your ass at ESW. Point blank, period. One of the matches that are going on, Anthony Gaines versus Ryan Cassidy.
Ryan Cassidy, part of the hashtag Save Our Spots mission with Super Beast. Who else is in it? I remember seeing some other guys. I don't remember exactly who's Jerk
there.
Cockins.
Okay, yep.
And the manager guy.
The manager guy.
Is it the Caesar? No.
Is it the Caesar? It's not Caesar.
No?
I don't think it's Caesar.
No, it is Caesar.
It is Caesar?
It is Caesar. I know he was part of that for a couple shows ago when I was there. He got fired by the commissioner of ESW.
Mm-hmm. And Anthony Gaines is the camera guy that has proven his point time after time. Gaines has a lot to prove, and he's definitely going to prove it at ESW.
Oh, absolutely.
May 20th at Brawlfest.
And these two gentlemen have pretty much come up from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been on the road together. They've been training together. They started at square one.
Yep.
So this is going to be a big one for them.
Oh yeah.
The next match is going to see the Patron Saints, Terrell Kenneth, Mikey Everynight, and Steve Gage taking on Kevin Adams, James Sega, and Nick Merrick.
Kevin Adams, I call him Two-Face.
Two-Face?
I call him Two-Face.
The beard?
Because his beard.
Yeah.
Love it. Sega is Sega. And Merrick looks like a freaking wrestler.
Oh, absolutely.
So, this is going to be, this right here, this match is going to be an amazing match. Hands down.
I love, this match. This match is going to be good because it's got everybody that's, just been up and coming over the last year.
Yep. And it's hard for me to say this is going to be match of the night because there's so many other great matches on this card.
Absolutely.
Which is amazing. Next matchup, RJ City versus Asylum.
Asylum making his return from an elbow injury.
Yeah, that is right. He did have elbow surgery.
He did.
So he's coming back.
Yes.
He's coming back with a vengeance against RJ City.
I believe RJ City still has the Iliot Apollo Cup.
I don't know.
I have to... Not sure. I don't think he cashed that in. But up next, you have the best technical wrestler in Western New York, Brandon Thurston, taking on the remix of pro wrestling in Kevin Bennett. Two completely different styles.
The only way Brandon Thurston can win this match is if he completely ground and pounds Kevin Thurston. Kevin Thurston.
Kevin Bennett.
I just mixed them together. This match is not even a match anymore. It's just a union, like Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. It's a fusion.
It's a fusion. Kevin Bennett. The only way he can win is if you stay off of your feet.
His speed and agility and high flying.
Stay off your feet. Just continue to jump around and just don't take it to the mat.
Yes. A fatal four-way between Cloudy, Kevin Blackwood, Dick Justice, who finally is back in ESW, and a man that has been making a name for himself, Vince Valor.
Yeah, I'm going to be nice on this match.
Dust
out. I'm just going to be nice.
Okay.
So this match right here, this match right here is it looks on paper like it's going to be really
Oh,
good.
absolutely.
You know, Dick Justice is known across everywhere. You know, Cloudy is ROH. You know, he's been in ROH.
And Vince Valor has been making a name all across the East Coast with the Buffalo Club.
Yeah, and Blackwood is an up-and-coming wrestler.
Absolutely.
You know, so this match right here, like I said, looks good on paper. Let's see how it comes out.
The I also there's going to be some guests there.
We also know there are special appearances.
Yes, there are special. Another match that I know is going to happen is going into the show is Big Cat's final match in Western New York against Ron Falco. You know what? Shut up. This is what happens on a podcast. It stopped recording. We're re-recording. I have enough issues.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could tell you what happened.
My computer saved me.
If I could tell you what happened, I swear I would, but I'm not.
You can't.
I can. I mean, but you know, I mean, it's
listen. My computer sensed there was a disturbance in the force and stopped recording everything that was said.
Ladies and gentlemen, next matchup is Big Cat Lemmer versus Ron Falco. Now, these two men have been fighting back and forth and back, and I just don't understand how Ron Falco can not get it through his muscle-bound head that you cannot beat Big Cat Lemmer. Now, I understand we're supposed to be non-partial. You know, we're not supposed to pick sides. I'm just saying, Big Cat Lemmer is a big dude.
Oh, he is. He's a very big dude.
Big Cat Lemmer, I believe he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, too.
Yes, I believe he is.
So that makes Big Cat Lemmer my guy.
Of course.
You know.
Because you damn Steeler fans stick together.
So, with that being said, after Big Cat Lemmer took your son away from you, after Big Cat Lemmer has beaten you to a pulp several times, Ron Falco, this question is for you. How in the blue hell do you think you can beat him now? Honestly.
Very true. Very true. Another match is the Interstate Championship match between Coconut Jones and Alex Daniels.
Now, whenever I speak about Big Cat or Coconut Jones, I'm just going to laugh.
Just going to laugh?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's going to be an inside joke from here on in.
Oh, absolutely. Something else I'm never going to live down.
Nope, never.
But, you know what? I got mixed up. I got the names mixed up. That's
Alex Daniels, Coconut Jones, Interstate Championship.
Yes.
Now, Alex Jones. Is it Jones?
Alex Daniels.
Damn, why am I mixing people's names up together?
You're on a DBZ Fusion.
I'm on a DBZ Fusion kick right now. Damn.
Fusion kick.
I don't know, man. I mean,
I don't know. There's more matches.
There are. They posted all the matches here, Dan.
Essentially. One of the special guests, Pentagon OM, is taking on Braxton Sutter.
Who?
For the Braxton
I know who Braxton Sutter is. We don't need to say it. His name is Braxton Sutter.
Yes. And also, Michael Elgin is taking on Bill Collier for the ESW Championship.
Heavyweight Championship. You know what? I think I'm going to go talk to Michael Elgin, because I've beaten Bill Collier before. I know how to defeat him.
You have.
I've done. So, Elgin, if you want to be champion, you come talk to me. I've already beat Bill Collier before. You know what I mean?
Also, you
got that under my belt.
Also, Brian Christopher is going to be in action.
Yeah.
Not sure who he's facing. I'm not sure if the Hate Brigade is going to be in action.
I don't know. Well,
them and Gregory Iron.
Well, we're not going to talk about that because we don't know for sure. So
yes,
that's
absolutely.
That. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick break, bring you back with the Sless Taylor interview.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome. And then from there, we'll,
talk more wrestling.
Talk more pro wrestling. All right, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all shapes and sizes, you know the catchphrase. You know what this is. Another TTRP Turnbuckle Talk Radio podcast interview. And today, we are joined by the rookie, Sless Taylor. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I did say Sless Taylor. Sless, thank you for joining us here.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Now, with you being new in the wrestling business, how long have you been wrestling?
3 years, 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So tell me a little about why you got into the wrestling business.
Well, I actually did bodybuilding right out of high school, and it was cool, but I just wasn't feeling it. And I never really thought that I could be a professional wrestler. You know, you see all these big guys and over the top, larger than life guys. Yeah. So I just decided I'd try it out, and so far it hasn't been that bad.
Yeah. Pro wrestling is a fun sport if you can do it.
Right.
You know, I've known a lot of guys that tried to get into the business. You know, that wanted to do it because their heart was into it. You know, like this bum named Salvatore Morocco. He wants to be in the business so bad, but he really can't do anything with it. You know, I mean, he's trying. He's trucking along like a little trucker, truck that can. You know, I mean, I think somebody gave him a title, MSW heavyweight champion. Okay. But that's another interview for us, later.
Sure.
But
food's ready if you guys are hungry.
No such thing as bad publicity.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. As we just got a call for the food being ready, so after this interview, we're going to eat. But, so you said you were a bodybuilder in high school.
Yeah.
Did you do any other sports?
Oh, yeah, all of them. Football, wrestling, track.
Yeah? See, we're going to stop there. Because, of course, you said football and wrestling and then track. Why is wrestling in the middle? We already know. So, what weight class did you
high school wrestling.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, high school wrestling. What weight class were you at?
In high school, I was 140.
Yeah, you were the small guys.
I was one of the small guys.
Yeah.
Although 140 at our school, man, we really were actually pretty jacked for our size. Yeah. I mean, you can see me now, and I look about 210, but I'm only 175.
Oh, wow.
So, it kind of like, that's how we all were in that class.
Yeah. When I wrestled in high school, long time ago in a galaxy far away, I'm older than what I look.
Black don't crack, baby.
Black don't crack, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. And then we look at Pat G looking older than me with his old ass. He's younger than me. I was a heavyweight. I was at 185. And I didn't want to be there because I knew all the bigger guys. Like, I wasn't that muscular. I was, but I wasn't.
Sure.
And these guys were just like body fat of 0, -8. So
just muscle.
just muscle.
Yeah.
They were just born a muscle and just grew arms and legs. But so did you watch wrestling when you were younger?
I did. I loved it. The weird thing is I grew up in the country, so I didn't have cable. So all I could watch was SmackDown.
Wow.
And when they did the brand switch and everything like that, the split, like the SmackDown dudes are my dudes. Like Triple H, hated him.
Yeah.
and I don't know.
I still hate Triple H.
Yeah.
I still hate Triple H.
I was one of those kids, I didn't know anything other than the WWE. Like, I didn't know that WCW, because when I was probably like 4 or 5, and I was just watching whatever, what I mean? Right. And as I got older, the WCW is still around, but I didn't know about it.
Right.
Because I didn't have cable.
Okay.
And I didn't know about all these small independent stuff either, too.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, well, you get trained, and then what? And then I found out, oh my gosh, there's an actual indie circuit of like small promotions that you can go work with and stuff. And I was like, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I learned. Like, I didn't learn until late. Like, I knew about all the wrestling companies, ESW or ECW,
right.
WWE, WCW, AWA. I watched all of them on television.
Yep.
My grandmother had cable. We didn't have cable. My grandmother did. So I'm always running to my grandmother's house to watch TV. But when I moved and I got older, I was like, I want to be a pro wrestler. And then as soon as I decided to be a pro wrestler and I was getting ready to move to Florida, I found out there's bajillions of independent companies all over the place.
Right.
It like opens your eyes. It's like the Matrix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really is.
As soon as you decide you want to be a wrestler and want to wrestle, you notice that everything just sprouts up everywhere.
It's almost like when you go and look for a new car, and then like you find the car that you want, and then everybody else has that same car.
And you see the car everywhere.
It's like because you weren't looking for it, and then now that you are, it's like, oh wow,
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So you being 3 years in the business, who trained you?
Jimmy Lee.
Jimmy Lee?
The Living Nightmare Jimmy Lee. I've also been trained a couple times with Ricky Morton.
Okay.
And just going around and trying to learn from experience now.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Jimmy Lee, ASWA is where I started.
Cool beans. So with you being 3 years in the business, I know with myself, I kind of attached myself to a veteran who kind of guided me, let me know I can come with them, travel with them, or roll, Who did you attach yourself to?
Well, he's going to kill me when I say his name, but Jock Sampson.
Jock Sampson!
Yeah.
Rick, can we not escape fucking Jock Sampson?
Cannot escape Jock Sampson
Can
at
we
all.
fucking not escape him?
No, we can't.
My gosh!
We can't.
Jock Sampson.
Yeah. He doesn't like for me to tell everybody, but...
Because he's a racist prick, that's why.
Well, yeah. we've
Jock,
had,
I love you. You know that.
We've had... I don't know what rating this is, but we've had some
you
time.
just heard me swear. We just, you know what, two episodes ago? Two or three episodes ago, we just had him on.
Oh, okay.
We had him and his tag team partner on.
Yeah.
And we were just completely going in with everything, so...
We've got some road stories.
Oh, yeah, I bet there are road stories.
Jock Sampson alone has road stories.
Oh, yeah.
Jock Sampson alone canceled our actual radio show. He is a part of the reason why our radio show...
He was a very high contributing factor.
Yeah.
To why we're on a podcast now, not a radio show.
But he was a very high contributing factor to
he's
me
a good guy.
getting out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was about 8 months in, and he's like, hey, why don't you just start riding with me? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so for about a year, it was me and Jack and then Levi Connor.
Levi Connor, I love Levi.
Unfortunately, he's not wrestling
No,
anymore.
he retired.
Like, dude, wow.
Yeah, he had the look. He was a good guy.
Dude.
I wrestled Levi before.
He's good, man, and I wish he was still in it. But we would just ride up and down. It was long days. Like we'd go to Kentucky, and I live up in the northern part of Ohio, and then, so I'd shoot over and pick Levi up, which was like 3 hours, and then we'd go to Jock's house, which was like another 2 hours. And so I'd leave Saturday morning at probably like 7:00. I wouldn't get home till Sunday morning at 7:00.
Yeah, wow.
So long days, but I loved it, man. It was
that's the story of a road warrior, right?
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, loved it.
Yeah, I mean it's something about wrestling road trips that just it builds camaraderie, it builds that brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Plus you learn so much.
Tons.
You learn so much,
Learned a lot about myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do, man. You do. Especially being on the road so much.
Yeah.
But with being with Jock Sampson, he is, like I said, he's a jerk, but on a one-to-one basis, Jock is an amazing guy.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? Jock is an amazing guy, and I don't mean to kill his gimmick right now.
Yeah, because he does live it.
But he does live it. He does live it. So with you being 3 years in, where have you wrestled at? Where have you been? Have you been just on the East Coast? Have you ventured out?
I've wrestled in 14 different states so far.
Wow. 3 years in, wow.
Yeah, I've really been trying to hit it hard, man. I'm trying to do something with this, and I am passionate about it, so I'm putting a lot into it. But I've wrestled in Atlanta, Georgia with Bill for Anarchy.
Yeah.
I've wrestled in Ohio, like War, ASWA.
Okay.
Obviously, here at Live, the new Ohio wrestling. So pretty much all over in Ohio. Indiana, Michigan's the only place I haven't.
Have you been in New York yet?
Yeah, New York, the Buffalo area.
Yeah. Where at?
Buffalo Championship Wrestling.
BC.
He was actually
really.
He was actually not anything about it. He was one of the guys that came up with Jock.
Yeah.
Was I not there?
No.
Well, it was a show Rikishi was there, and then
I wasn't at the Rikishi show. No, I wasn't at the Rikishi show, but I only stayed for Jeremiah Bradley's match.
Yeah.
And I left.
That
was the outside show.
My nose. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
I think it was him and it was Rikishi and Rex versus him and Levi.
No, it was Rikishi. It was me and versus. It was me and I can't think of his name right now. Good kid though. Me and him tagged up against two other kids, and dude came off the top with an elbow and headbutted me, broke my nose.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. So. Yeah, I that was the outside show.
Yeah, it was.
That was the outside show. I remember.
It was Rikishi and Rex versus I think
Jennings. Was it Jennings? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're talking about Sless right now. It doesn't matter. This is BCW. Fuck you. So with you being 3 years in the business, with you working 14 states already, that's amazing.
I am trying.
That's more than a lot of these so-called wannabe wrestlers have done. So you are on the path to greatness, actually. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, I mean, true. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing it the right way. You're getting your face and name out there. as Ethan comes up the stairs, we're going to get him on too. Definitely got to get him on, but we're not going to mess up this interview, even though we've already done it like 3 or 4 times. So with your main goal, of course, everybody's main goal is to be in the WWE.
Yeah,
that's an automatic.
Yeah.
What are your right now goals though?
Right now, it's just to be as I guess noticeable as possible. The WWE, we've been in talks, but I guess I'm not there yet. So, Ring of Honor, and it's not so much like a stepping stone. Like, I'm cool with where I'm at right now. I get to be creative. I get to do a lot of cool things, but not a lot of people get to see it, and that's the only downside. Yeah. So I would like to go to like Ring of Honor or some of the big promotions overseas, and be able to do what I'm doing, and have that creative control, but like on that bigger scale, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely. How old are you?
24.
24. Yeah. Wow. If I started at the age of 24, man, like everybody tells me, like if I would have started younger, I would have been one of the WCW guys. You know, I'd be a vet right now, like WCW. Probably not WWE, but WCW. But that's me anyway. But 24 is that age where, you know, with you being 3 years in, so you started when you were 21, 20?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, I mean, it still is awesome to see guys like you put in this hard work and dedication. Because like I said, I see a lot of guys that want it, that claim they want it, that claim they want to do something with it, but they only stay in their small little pond.
Right.
They only stay at 3 shows. And that's it, and think they're going to get noticed by only doing 3 shows. Right.
You know? I know that, you know, I got to get out there more. I got to be seen by a ton of people. And I also, too, I work out really hard, so I have a good look when, like, I'm presentable when someone sees me. You know?
Exactly.
I try to be as presentable as possible, so, like, if somebody else is, you know, another promotion is looking at me, there's no reason for them to say no. You know, like, no reason at all for them to say, "Nah, we don't need you right now at this time." It's like, I need that kid.
Exactly.
You know, so.
Wow. That pulls on the heartstrings right there. Like, seriously, man. Like, I love to hear that. You know, but so right now we want to thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. At this moment in time right here, this is your time. This is all your time right here. Plug whatever you want to plug. Your YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, RedTube, whatever you want to plug. That's a joke, Pat G. You know what RedTube is, Pat G?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure you do. You probably got a subscription. But this is all you right here.
All right,
that would be you.
If you want to find me more, Twitter and Instagram, it's The Real Sless. Facebook.com now I'm getting all thrown off. Facebook.com / Sless Taylor fan page. Also have a website, it's just SlessTaylor.com. Everywhere.
Super cool. Well, definitely thank you. Truly appreciate it. I'm going to definitely keep my eye out on you. You know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, we definitely got to get him back on a couple of years. Not a couple of years, but after his career, you know, blossoms more.
A little more progression.
You know, blossoms more. You know, definitely get you back on, you know. I mean, it's amazing to see young talent like yourself want it this bad. And it honestly puts a smile on my face.
I don't know why you would be in it if you didn't want, you know.
I mean, you know what? We're not even going to finish it. We're going to continue the interview because my thing is this. This is my philosophy. There's 3 things you have to have when you're in pro wrestling. You have to have the heart, the mind, and the body. This is my own philosophy here.
Sure.
You have to have the heart. You have to have the heart to want to do it, to get out there, to want to push yourself, to want to be seen. It's not easy at all. You know, you got to be able to, get out there and eat shit sometimes. Yeah. But that's all that heart. You got to have the mind. You got to be able to know what you want in wrestling. You know, even in the ring and out of the ring. Yeah. In the ring, you got to be able to know how to protect yourself, how to be able to do this move. If somebody messes something up and the fans don't know it yet, but you know it, you got to be able to take the next step like a chess move and say, okay, we messed this up. Let's get back on and let's do this here.
Right.
And you got to have the body. Yeah. You can't look like a fucking slob and be a pro wrestler. You just can't. No, it's impossible. Plus, on top of that, you have to be able to. Don't you wave your hands around, Ethan. Plus, you have to be able to maneuver yourself. Your body has to be able to do exactly what it needs to do as a pro wrestler.
You gotta have the control.
You know, because you can have the guys that have the body that look freaking amazing, like Ethan, and then have the mind that looks amazing, like Ethan. but Ethan has no heart. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
And now it's back to Ethan.
Everybody. We completely changed interviews. But there's a lot of guys out there that don't have heart.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that I see that, that look amazing, that knows everything about wrestling business from the beginning of time to now.
Yeah.
But they don't apply themselves, and that heart isn't there. And they're like, oh, I don't want to go because I don't know if I'm booked or not. And I don't want to be there because the promoter's not going to use me or use me correct. It doesn't matter. Get your ass out there. If you want this is what you want. This is what you have to do.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
And I see that in you right now. You know what I'm saying? Just from this interview, I see that in you. And I hope it stays.
Yeah.
We'll definitely check in on you. You've got the body. You got the look. With you riding with Jock Sampson, you've got the mind for it. Because Jock is definitely a good guy.
Taught me a lot.
And just from speaking with you, you've got that heart. So definitely as soon as you sign the contract with WWE, all I want is front row tickets. Just be like, yo, my man Cyclone Jones, put him on the name, boom, front row tickets is all I want.
All right.
That's
fair.
all.
That's fair.
But yeah, man, like I said, thank you for joining us. Truly appreciate this time. You know what I'm saying? Sless Taylor. Is it Taylor?
Sless Taylor.
It's Taylor. Yeah. Why was I not thinking? Sless Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, a rookie in the business coming up. Keep your eye out on him. Definitely gonna make some waves in this business. TTRP. We'll be back after these commercials. Cyclone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cyclone Jones, and I am with Pat G. The G stands for gangster. And remember, the TTRP is sponsored by the GERE Network store through Amazon. If you visit shopgear.com, it's a little bit different. That's shop, GERE.com, and click on any of the banners. It will take you right to your account, and you can do all your Amazon shopping there.
And you shop Amazon and Amazon Prime as you normally would. But the only difference is Amazon kicks back a small percentage of all your purchases to us here at the GERE Network so we can cover our production costs to continue bringing great programming like TTRP, Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast, Better Live Than Dead, Get Ready America, and Talking Wrestling, among more, here from the GERE Network. So that's shopgear.com, SHOPGERE.com.
Hey, Don, how's it going?
Living the dream. I'm actually just getting ready to do this commercial.
Oh, you mean the commercial where I tell our listeners to tune into GERE Network every week to listen to our show, Get Ready America? That one?
Yeah, John, that's the one.
They can also listen to us talk about news, sports, whatever's on our minds, that...
And a little what's on our listeners' minds, but they're just too nice to say it.
Well, that, Don, is a real humdinger.
Yeah, humdinger. Come
join us this and every week for Get Ready America exclusively on the GERE Radio Network.
And the GERE Network app.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Awesome interview. Sless Taylor is a great dude.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Making
a big name for himself just a few years in.
Yeah. Awesome dude to be in the locker room with. Very humble. Cool dude. But our vainglorious producer forgot another company.
I did. My brain putting together the show. There's so much wrestling going on this.
There's a lot of wrestling.
We talked about this past weekend, and then this weekend, everything just combined, and my brain went.
It's all right. It's completely fine. But there is a lot of wrestling going on.
Yes. And there's a lot of wrestling going on this weekend in this area.
Incorporated with everything that we spoke about, Friday there was a show.
Yes.
Friday is one of those shows that, if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't. But they pack the house every time.
They do.
IWF.
Yes.
International Wrestling Federation.
Brockport, New York, at the Brockport Elks Lounge.
Yes, indeed.
You're going to have a four-corner tag team title match. The Champions Limited Edition, Chris Caden, Hellcat, defending against the Buffalo Club of James Sega and Vince Valor.
Sega!
Mikey Every Night and Kevin Lockwood.
Okay.
And Dewey and Tylicious.
Tylicious?
Tylicious. A other match is a match that has been in the past couple of months making.
Mm-hmm.
It's finally signed, sealed, and delivered. And last man standing match, Rob Sweet against Terrell Kenneth.
How do you expect to win? Don't get me wrong. Rob Sweet is a hard hitter.
Oh, absolutely.
Rob Sweet. I just wrestled Rob Sweet for the UW Heavyweight Championship, and unfortunately, he snuck one out on me.
Snuck one out?
Snuck one out. He did.
Okay.
But I don't know how you plan on winning this match against Terrell Kenneth, who bleeds hatred.
Destroy everything.
I don't know. I just want to watch.
Hey,
look at that.
First match of Big Cat's last weekend of wrestling in Western New York, as he takes on Coconut Jones. His last match in Rochester, New York.
Yeah. So now can I say what I said before?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my gosh. Big Cat Lemmer. How could you fight him? It's like fighting my 5-year-old. It's like Cyclone Jones fighting my 5-year-old. He can't win. How can Coconut Jones win? I just wanted to repeat exactly what I said before.
Just very robotic?
That's all. Since I said it already.
You did.
And you erased it.
I did, because I had to.
And the fans don't know that, so we're not going to talk about it.
Well, they do now, because I just said it.
They don't know.
Whatever.
They don't know.
A tag team match, another tag team match, as two friends, Jordan Falco and Gavin Glass,
and two other friends,
team up against
Sean Carr and Burlington.
Yes, Frank the Tank Burlington.
Yeah.
Frank the Tank Burlington kind of being a thorn in the side of Jordan Falco over the last couple of months at IWF.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've decided to involve their friends. Another match that I'm not sure has been signed, but has been rumored to happen, is the Dirty One, Rex Atkins, getting his hands on the Buffalo Bad Boy, Brian Jennings.
Oh, wow.
Rex Atkins sent a promo to IWF management, pretty much calling out Brian Jennings.
And it was posted.
So, I don't know. That's a possible match. And then finally, the IWF Heavyweight Championship defended. Mark House defending against Brandon Thurston.
I don't know. I don't know
either. That's gonna be that's a hell of a match right there.
That's gonna be a hell of a match.
And I'm sure the IndyCar Mafia will be in the house.
IndyCar Mafia actually will be in the house.
Yes.
Eric Emanon has documented on Facebook that he will be there after he had some personal things happen, some deaths in the family.
Oh, absolutely.
My condolences. He is ready to return back to IWF.
And get his hands on somebody.
And put his hands on somebody.
And that pretty much covers the independent circuit.
After you forgot a company? You didn't forget a company?
I didn't forget. I just
didn't mention them. It's okay. Listen,
I overpassed it because of ESW.
It's all right.
ESW had a huge show listed, and
They did. It's okay. We forgive everybody on the Turnbuckle Talk Radio Podcast fan club. We forgive him, right?
Wait, we have a fan club? When did we get a fan club?
Oh, I didn't tell you.
Oh,
my bad.
Or is this something that Cyclone Jones has started on himself so he can put himself over more?
You damn right I put myself over. If nobody had put me over, I put myself over. Damn it. Damn right. It's the wrestling business. Only one name can go on that contract. Don't get it twisted.
It's true. At least it's not like the radio days where you just took over.
Yeah, that's true. Those were fun days. However, let's talk some WWE.
Yes.
So, the topic of today,
it's a topic that we kind of started touching on.
We did
last show, and you're like,
yeah, let's just wait.
Let's wait.
Let's wait for it. Which we're going to talk about right now.
Yes,
is the Universal Championship,
which is currently in the possession of Brock Lesnar,
who is not on the damn show whatsoever.
This is true. And I am perfectly fine with it.
How are you Please explain to me how in the hell you are perfectly fine with the champion never showing up.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. It's not the champion's not showing up.
No, it is that.
They don't have a challenger.
How the hell do you not have a number one contender yet?
Because everybody that could be a number one contender is dealing with other things. Plus, this is the thing. This helps the Universal Championship, which has been hot-shotted 4 or 5 different times over the last couple of months. Or, excuse me, not even hot-shotted. Devalued because when Kevin Owens had it, Chris Jericho was helping him win it. Keep it.
That's heel. That still puts it in the face of the fan. By you taking that title off the air completely, everybody forgets it. Out of sight, out of mind. By you having a champion that doesn't show up on freaking TV.
Okay.
By you having a champion that doesn't show the title in front of the fans.
But this is the thing, they're not forgetting it because while the other parts in the engine are rotating, whether it be Roman Reigns, whether it be Seth Rollins, all of them, while they're inside their own little world of conflict with other people, are still mentioning the goal is to get past that and then go after the title.
Of course it is. Of course they're going to say that. Because they know there's still a champion out there somewhere, wherever the hell he may be. But he's not on TV.
He's not on TV? Well, and this is the thing. Is, yes, in today's world, yes, you want your heavyweight championship to be on the show. But, you know what? Lesnar doesn't have to be on the show.
Why not? Because he's a part-time wrestler? You have so many people on this roster that are on the show day in and day out. Constantly on the road, doing what they're supposed to do. And you put your prestigious championship on a part-time mother. You put your championship, the championship that everyone is trying to obtain, on a part-time bastard, just because he was on your roster before, just because he was in the MMA, UFC, and fighting and won the heavyweight championship. And then after that, he got his ass stomped out. And now he wants to come back and, oh my gosh, it's Brock Lesnar. Let's suck his dick. Oh. And now all of a sudden you want to make him champion. And then keep him off TV. What is he doing right now? Please tell me, what is Brock Lesnar doing right now as heavyweight champion? He's not cutting promos.
No.
He's not in ring.
No.
He's not making appearances and just staring people down.
True.
He's not making any backstage appearances.
True.
So that means he's not on the road at all, period, with the WWE. So tell me, what the hell is he doing?
Sitting and waiting until somebody's worthy of facing him. Because right now there's nobody worthy of facing him. Because he's destroyed everybody on the roster. Everybody that faces Brock Lesnar falls to Lesnar.
So that gives him the authority to not defend your title within 30 days, huh? Because that's the stipulation that's been around for as long as time can tell. You defend your title within a 30-day time frame.
This is true. But in this era, they only use that when it seems fit.
Okay, so let's just skip that as well. Let's just skip that as well, to even skip over the 30-day rule. So with you being champion, why are you not showing that you're champion? I just don't understand how you are not putting in the work to continue to be champion. You're not showing your face. You're not showing the title. You're not showing your title and your face. You're doing nothing. How can the WWE writers even think that's a good idea? How can even Vince is just, like, I can understand Vince. You want to suck his dick? I understand that, Vince. Completely. He's Brock Lesnar. He was a young kid when you brought him in, and he was amazing then. Amazing then. Now he's trash. I said it. Brock Lesnar is trash right now.
You know what?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Hold on, don't get me wrong. He's a bad man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not the baddest man in the company right now. He's a beast. He really is, literally. Mm-hmm. However, wrestling ability right now, he's trash. Garbage.
He's a brawler.
Garbage.
He's a fighter and a brawler now.
Garbage.
He's not the athletically ground and pound amateur wrestler that he was 10 years ago.
He's not a pro wrestler either.
That's true.
Garbage. Garbage.
It's the thing of the title was on Kevin Owens for so long, and to a lot of people, the title was devalued because I understand the heel aspect. I do. Jericho, and I understand. But to a lot of people, the title felt devalued. So, and when Owens finally lost it to Goldberg because they wanted the title for WrestleMania,
how did you feel as though, please explain to me, how did you feel the title was devalued when it was in the hands of a heel and it was defended with dastardly tactics? Which means as soon as the face gets it, or as soon as the good guy gets it, let me stop using terminology, as soon as the good guy gets that title back, the fans go happy. As soon as Goldberg won the championship, everybody got happy.
Everybody got happy because WWE gave everybody what they wanted. They gave them the Goldberg of WCW, not the Goldberg of WWE.
They did.
They gave the destructive monster Goldberg.
Why would you give them WWE Goldberg? WWE Goldberg was horrible.
Yeah, that he was.
WWE Goldberg was buried. So they give you WCW Goldberg versus the WWE now Brock.
Yep.
They wanted the Brock and Goldberg Part 2 again. Because they thought they could have did a better match. And match only lasted a couple of minutes with only 3 freaking moves being done.
Very true. But still, it was...
But tell me...
That match didn't need the championship.
Tell me this. Out of every single match that Brock has had since he's been back, how many moves has Brock done? How many wrestling moves have Brock done?
0. It's suplex, ground and pound, F5, 1, 2, 3.
Exactly. And I can understand you can tell a story with that. Yes, you can. I completely understand that. However, it gets boring after a while.
It does, but you're now at the point where, okay, all right, say Brock Lesnar didn't have the championship right now, okay? Say somebody else had it, whoever it may be. But this is the thing, is you had WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, they do the roster shakeup and whatnot. Now it's you had guys come over from SmackDown. You had people return from injury. Now you're to the point, and you know what? And I'm going to say this, had unfortunately someone not decided that they wanted the WrestleMania moment of a marriage proposal, then yeah, your title would be on the show right now.
Why? Because you think Cena would have it?
No, Reigns would have it. Reigns would have it right now.
I don't know.
Or
I don't know.
The title might be on the show. It's just right now the title's not being defended, so it's giving them an opportunity to raise the other titles in the US and IC respectively. Especially with the U.S. title being, the IC title being on Raw now. Mm-hmm. It's giving them a chance to raise the IC title back to the standing that it once was. Mm-hmm. And also, it's giving them an opportunity to establish a line of challengers, because as of last night, the man that was going to be facing Brock Lesnar,
who?
Braun Strowman, is out for 6 months with a shoulder surgery. So Braun Strowman had to have major shoulder surgery. He's out 6 months. So now there's a major reshuffling. That's what led to the decision of having the match that they're going to have at Extreme Rules next month.
I don't know.
Because because over the last couple of months you've raised everybody else up to be worth that heavyweight championship picture.
You just said Tupac. Sorry. Sorry, okay. Okay, I mean, I understand. Your opinion is your opinion, and it's wrong, and my opinion is my opinion. So,
we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, well, I mean, your opinion's wrong anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more thing before we let you go, because I know you love listening to us, or at least me, giggity, is #dive.
Yes.
#dive. Randy Orton, the WWE Heavyweight Champion.
Yes.
Or no, what is he? Is it WWE? What is it?
Yeah, he is the WWE Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, WWE Heavyweight Champion. He went on to Twitter, the Twitter, and it's so funny because I just downloaded my Twitter not too long ago. Again, I'm back on. I'm back on doing my twits.
I did see that.
Doing the twits for my tweets. So let's talk about this.
So the original thing that was is Rip Rogers, who is a person that trains and is on the independent scene, made a tweet about the independent scene overall and that. And Randy Orton came out and posted a tweet that you guys can have your little dives or whatever, making a bit of a poke at the independent scene and how the independent scene is viewed. Mm-hmm. And did everybody else have an opinion? From Bully Ray to Tommy Dreamer to CM Punk. Everybody has an opinion on this. And Randy Orton came back and said, hey, I just got back from yada-yada making this amount, in front of X amount of fans in Dubai, India, or wherever they were at the point. And the thing is it looks like it's a bit of a shot towards the independent scene.
It was a shot towards the independent scene.
Yeah, and this is the thing, that a lot of people on the independent scene, whether you're someone that wrestles in 8 states in a month in front of 100 people a night, or whether you're someone that wrestles in front of 700 every month, it was, hey, you're not doing what I'm doing, making the money that I'm making.
Now, my thing is this. I'm a Randy Orton fan. I still am a Randy Orton fan. I will be a Randy Orton fan. I like Randy. I like Randy when he was back with, hey, nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna change what you've done to me.
It was an awesome theme song.
Awesome.
Theme song.
So I'm a Randy fan. What Randy said was kind of rude. I mean, even though, and I can understand what you're saying, and you're defending your position as a professional wrestler in the company that you're in. You know what I'm saying? People coming at you sideways, and I understand it. But the thing that bothers me is that you kind of disrespected the indies because you were never in the indies. You had that opportunity because your dad was in it, and you got your foot in the door.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong. Ability made you become Randy Orton.
Oh, absolutely.
That you are good.
Not to mention being put with who he was put with at the start.
Exactly, and your training
in Triple H and Ric Flair.
So you've had those opportunities, and
advantages that a lot of people don't.
Like I said, your ability was there. However, just because we never had that opportunity doesn't make us any less of a wrestler than you are.
Sure.
I mean, a lot of people had that opportunity. The Rock had that opportunity. Brian Christopher, opportunity. Randy Orton.
And this is the thing. With The Rock never wanted to be a wrestler.
Nope, never wanted to.
He
avoided it.
He wanted to avoid it. He wanted to play football, but it got to a point where he was on the lower of the low and said, maybe I need to give this a try.
Yeah.
What else can go wrong?
Who else?
Charlotte.
Who else? Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Tamina Snuka.
There's Domino. Domino is of his adopted son, right? Adopted or stepson.
I believe
one of them.
Dustin and Cody Rhodes.
Dustin and Cody. Like, all these people had their foot in the door already.
Because they were born into the business.
So for you to disrespect the independents, man, is wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still an Orton fan.
You know what? I think a lot of people are still Orton fans and this. But
I see a lot of hate though. I never liked Orton. He was horrible. His matches are straight Japanese something Japanese deathmatch, just without weapons, just walk around and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Looking like shut the hell up.
It's a lot of things there's a lot of people within the WWE that have come from the independents, and I can guarantee you, I'm pretty sure that Seth Rollins, a Kevin Owens, a Sami Zayn, an AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and various other people that have been the ones to fight for pizza and water, or a hug and a hug and a handshake, or whatever it may be. Okay, in front of 20 people.
Pizza and water is amazing.
It is.
It really is.
It is. But I'm sure that the people that are in the WWE that have that independent background, they're probably going, Randy, what's really?
I don't think they said anything to him.
But then again, they probably didn't.
I don't think they said
because it's not worth it
anymore.
Yeah,
I don't think they care anymore. It's a money grab.
Their names on a WWE contract.
Exactly.
It says WWE
and how
Vince
many,
McMahon
and
00000.
And let's revert back to my previous conversation or previous comment. How many names are on that contract, Pat G?
One.
Just one. Selfish business. Selfish business.
That's true. That's true.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. Questions, comments, concerns, email us.
JC Money, have a response for a change? Because he said he was going to respond. He never responded.
I don't give a damn if he does or doesn't. JC Money knows where I'm at. You can find me at a lot of shows. I'll come to your damn house, JC Money. Punch you right in the face.
Well,
punch you right in the face, JC Money.
I'm sure he'll have a response after your comments in the beginning of the show.
Yeah. I mean, also, you still got to answer my question. What does El Diablo Hermano mean? Puerto Rican? Yeah, I went racist. Do something about it.
Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. I know who you are. That's the show for today. Cyclone!
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the GERE Network.